Wait, let me fix my damn thing.
I need to go.
All right, can you see me the right way now, James? That's a quick yes, James, or whoever's watching. Can y'all see me the right way? Okay, y'all, let's go. Let me see. Okay, let me see if everybody's like in. I'm not in. Tasha, you gotta come closer.
It's very hot.
Okay, y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right, y'all, we about to start. I can't even see myself, so I gotta. Y'all like my PJs? Y'all like my PJs? I know I asked y'all that the first time, but I think it's cute. Okay, so we're about to do some questionnaires. If y'all watch my podcast, all y'all better have watched my podcast, but y'all know I always do like a questionnaire game. So we're having a ladies' night or whatever. So we're about to tap into some of the questions that I'll be asking on my show. So y'all tap share if you like it. If you got a question of what we're talking about, type it and we'll tap in with y'all. Can we curve this a little bit? Yeah. Okay. So we're just waiting on Jessica and TT. We're waiting on y'all.
I'm getting ice cream for all of you. I know y'all want that shit.
Y'all be patient with me. Maybe I shouldn't have started yet, but. You're like, okay, bitch. That was it, Alamo? Hey, Stephanie. Your in-law.
Like as a bestie, I could ignore you.
So listen, like I was saying, so we're about to get ready to get started. If y'all got any questions or any inputs or whatever while we're talking, y'all can jump in. I'll be checking the screen and read them. I done lost some views waiting.
You about to gain some views. Period. You don't want no pie.
Shout out to Ebony for the onesie.
Oh yeah, shout out to Ebony. Y'all, I'll tag her in this so y'all can hit her up for these onesies.
Nice fit, true to size. Comfy.
Oh, you got yours from the same person?
Rich. No, hers is Millie's Imperial.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out to Millie's Imperial.
So we just waiting on Jessica fine ass. Everybody.
Just give me. Don't forget my
And I realized.
You give me stuff. Oh shit! I can actually put it.
I apologize.
Thank you.
Oh my god, I'm about to be badass. I'm fucking this shit. It's not even a joke. I love pie.
Me too, especially with some ice cream.
I know.
Can we start with the first question? Did she jump in?
Yeah.
Because so we waiting like this. Okay. So, all right, y'all. So we're gonna get started. Just gonna jump in. Y'all can hear me good. All right. So the first question is friends with benefits. At what point? And we'll go around. So friends with benefits. At what point do you feel like you're ready to be more?
You want me to look for your phone? Is it right there?
So, y'all want me to go first or somebody gonna go first?
I think when people are friends with benefits, when somebody catches feelings, they be looking for one. Period.
So at what point? So just
When
whenever.
somebody catch feelings, like they want to be more than friends.
That's when you're one. Yeah, so that one was kind of self-explanatory. So friends with benefits, at what point do you feel like you're ready to be more? Like when you start, I think that when your feelings start getting so deeply involved with that person that you're not even intrigued or interested in even seeing anybody else at that point, and you know damn well that you and this person is just friends. So you should be dating other people too.
That's when that person gets fucked up.
But when you start singling yourself out, like you want to stay focused on just this person that you're friends with benefits, that's when shit kind of go wrong if it's not mutual.
That's a fact. I actually just read a book, Crimson. She's on IG, but she talks about that, like when you need to halt. Like when somebody has openly expressed they don't want a relationship, but you both are still monogamous and you're still doing your own thing. Like with that person, you're starting to gain some type of feeling. Then like, what do you do, right? Because they've been open about what they don't want,
Right.
but at that point, then what? So,
Everybody ain't built like that.
That was my situation. I've been expressed like like.
You have to be mature enough to let it go, because if
Right.
they have been, if they've had,
Because they're being honest, you hurting
they're being
yourself.
honest. You're hurting yourself.
Right.
So
Explain what caused your last relationship to end.
Infidelity.
Yours is infidelity? Like with you or that person?
Oh, with them.
With them. What about you, Jess?
for me, they were not on the same wavelength at all. I was way past them as far as experience in life, and I think that's my phone actually. Yeah, I couldn't do it. That's fine. We were at different points in our life, so I was far beyond what she was doing with herself, and that makes it hard when it comes to making financial decisions or just
Right.
any decision in life. Like when you're a homeowner and they're not, and they don't understand those differences, or when you've been paying rent and paying for your breaks to get done and paying for your vet bills and every little thing that you don't really think about, and the other person doesn't think about it either, and you're like, I'm the only one doing this.
Right.
That's a big difference.
You just totally skipping you.
Right.
So, your last relationship, explain what caused it to end.
When you lose yourself, mentally, spiritually, physically, like all of that. When you lose yourself being wrapped up in somebody else, it's time to go, period.
That's what caused your past relationship to end?
When you lose yourself, like I said, like you can't lose yourself being so wrapped up in somebody else that you
Right.
completely lose sight of you. That's a fucking red flag right there.
I have a book for you.
Red flag. I seen some on your Instagram. I meant to tell you that part. But when you lose yourself being wrapped up with somebody else, it's definitely a red flag. And us as women, we tend to ignore those red flags.
Right.
And it's just, that road doesn't end well. Baby, save yourself. Save yourself.
Somebody says their last relationship ended due to men insecurities, and they were on two different
That's
paths.
everybody.
Yeah. So what about you? Your
Men's
last
insecurities don't stop.
What caused your last relationship to end?
When a man is
That's a good story,
jealous,
Yeah, that happens.
overprotective, and then kind of physical, and you see the signs, and then also you're not a good father to your kids, all red flags, and you fall out of love. Like, you know when you're out of love, when the sex is no good, physically you feel like you're being forced or anything like that. Then it's time to go. And then when it's time to go, it's time to go. It's not time for me to say, oh, you want kids, or you don't want any kids, but I'm still in my 20s and you don't want to give me any kids. That's not fair. Not the same standards. And but then want to try to get married after you've been asking about it for, over
Yeah,
a
you're
year.
That's the manipulation,
Like,
right?
that's
different levels.
Yeah.
Like, nah, that's not okay.
and then physical. So once you get physical, that's it.
Yeah. You can't be putting your hands on any motherfucking body, period.
Right.
Especially Shag.
What?
She
So
like,
my,
bitch.
so it, are we? So it has to be like relationship, right? Not situationship. So am I speaking of what? Because my situationship lasted a year.
Well, the question said relationship.
My relationship was 4 years ago.
And so
What ended it?
Right.
It just never should have started.
Shit.
Like, no, I'm not
I've
being
been in
shady.
situations too.
Like because it
Well,
was
I
like
didn't even know why it
I
happened.
felt like it was right, and I felt like it seemed as if that person just loved me so much that if I don't move forward with this, I would be probably missing out. That's how I felt. So I got into it for all the wrong reasons, and it just ended because I don't even have real proof of why it ended. I just knew that I just wanted it out. So I don't even have proof of. I have accusations maybe that never even showed no light to anything. I just knew that it was for the best of both of us that it was just over. And that was 4 years ago since I've been in a serious relationship. So if dating someone with kids, is there a cutoff in the number of kids that they have in order for you to take them serious?
absolutely.
You can't have no football team.
What's your cutoff? So what's the cutoff in the number of kids before you take someone, like you won't take them serious if they have this many kids?
Realistic.
Just don't have none.
I don't even like.
No,
I'm not
seriously.
gonna say this. I'm not gonna say this.
That
out loud.
part. Who didn't like her?
I like my own kid. I'm not dealing with yours.
Right. Yeah, you don't want to date someone with kids.
Yeah,
You don't
I
wanna date someone with
preferably
kids.
would not want a man with children. It's never been a good situation. It's always been, it's been beyond sour dealing with a man with children. And awkwardly enough, it's been like they have their children or their child, and they end up being jealous of mine. It's the weirdest shit.
And you know what's sad about
Yeah,
this?
that
I
is
really
right,
hate to say
Queen.
this, but as much as I've never wanted children myself, and I have one. I don't hate other people's children, and I'm actually not against a dude that has his own children, as long as his baby mama ain't fucking ignorant as fuck, right? Like I can absolutely enter into a domestic relationship with a man and his baby mama as long as she's grown too, like me. Like I want the best for my child. So if she's on the same aspect, I'm not gonna say that I can't deal with a man that has a child. I'm not gonna rule somebody out. But if you're on that bullshit and you have a bullshit ass baby mom, and you are also on that bullshit because apparently that shines through.
There you go.
Right.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
9 times out of 10, it's
But I'm not gonna fuck with
bullshit
you
ass
either
baby
anyway.
mama.
So
So what about Shells? I know that you're married and you've been married for years. If you were single, is there a cutoff you feel like the amount of kids that someone would have that you would deal with? My bad, y'all. Oh, how do I get? Okay, there y'all go. Jess, you not even in. Maybe if you
go over there.
come, yeah.
I don't know. I guess because I have 3, so my cutoff would be 3 as well.
Like equal opportunity.
Yeah, I don't ask you for no more than I have. But you can't have 4 or 5 children. And you still can't have multiple
Baby mama.
baby mamas.
Oh my
You know
God.
what I'm saying? What I see in today's society, I ain't got time for that. I wouldn't have time for that. Like,
Right.
I've never been with a man and it wasn't drama.
With the baby
And
mama.
I feel like any
Well,
man that has baby mama drama.
She's never been with a
is
man. That's what
responsible
you
for that
was
baby
saying?
mama.
No.
Oh.
She was saying that then
her choices are
My
quite
choice.
questionable.
So what about you, TC? Is there a cutoff you feel like in the person that you're dating, like how many kids they have that you wouldn't take them serious with?
I'm with sis. I wouldn't expect nothing no more than what I got. You feel me? Don't come with 3, 4, 5, because I only got 2.
You moving away from Tasha?
I don't want
No, not on
more than
purpose.
2.
No. I was trying to fill the gap.
I barely like churn. I like my own churn, but I don't like kids like that. And that's just the God's honest girl.
I don't like that.
So I I don't want to deal with baby mama drama. I don't want to deal. I have seen some dope.
No,
ass-
Trey, stay in.
I have
Don't
seen
leave.
some-
That's my first question.
I've seen
I'm
some
still
dope ass
business.
blended families. I've seen some dope blended families, but I can't do it.
So a cutoff is your limit is no more than what you have.
Than what I have. I won't expect no more than what I got.
Okay. So what about you, Shane?
I don't have any kids.
But what about you dating someone with kids? Is one too many? Too many? Especially with being that you don't even have any kids. So like somebody come along, they got 6 kids. Like, well, I don't even have any.
Oh no.
They don't even have any kids.
I got a
Because
tight-knit
I
family.
love kids, but
She does love kids.
I love kids and I can very much
So would you date someone that has 4 kids?
take no.
3 kids? 2 kids?
Maybe one.
Maybe 1. Okay.
Maybe.
So me, I don't care. I really don't care how many kids you have, as long as you are responsible. Because I've talked about this on my show before.
And you can have 10 kids.
He can have 20 kids as long as he take care of all 20
kids.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this, Jamaica?
I'm just saying, like, I don't.
Nah.
For me, I don't care because I'm super maternal too. So if I'm dealing with somebody, that's one of my downfalls. Like if I'm dealing with a guy and I have the opportunity to
You ready to be stepmom
get their
quick.
kids and be around their kids, I'm gonna love their kids like they're my kids. Like I'm that maternal. Y'all know that about you. Y'all know that about me. Like if I'm fucking with you and I get an opportunity to be in your child life, I'm gonna treat them. Especially if we like, I love you. Then I love your child.
And you should.
Yeah, I was
If
gonna
you're,
say that.
if you're
So,
loving
yeah.
somebody like that, you should love
Yeah,
your
like
children
I'm,
like
and
that.
they see me like I'm like
Let me ask
that.
you a question. The relationships that you've been in, can you honestly say that the men that you've been with loved your children
Same way you love it.
the same way that you love theirs?
Well, that's the thing, because a lot of, which is crazy, because women maybe love harder, maybe love more differently. Even that's honestly with your own child. Like somebody can ask themselves that they have kids. Like, do you think that your baby daddy loves your child just as much as you? Are they spending much time with your child just as much as you? Are they doing this as much as you? The answer is probably always no, because men show their love differently than us women. So I can't answer that. The dudes that I have let be around my kids, they have been involved with my kids.
Do you feel like they love them?
Yeah.
Every relationship.
Yeah, I feel like if we're in the same household and they are taking care of my kids, I always make it clear that like my kids have a father. Like, but if you're gonna be around, like you're gonna be a man in their life, you're gonna straighten them when they're wrong. You're gonna help them get right. You're gonna do whatever. But yeah, I feel like people that I let around my kids, they rock with my kids just as hard as I rock with their kids. Yeah. And so I feel like they can have.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
That's how it should
Because I don't let.
That's how it
I
should be.
don't.
That's
I
how
have
it
been
should be.
fond of dating and stuff like that, but I don't let everyone around my kids. Like, so what I'm
No,
trying to
I
say
get
is that
it.
people that I've had stable, built relations with,
Right.
it has been equally yoked. And like I said, men often love different, even in relationships. Sometimes we always on the do like, well, you don't love me. Like they just don't show love like how we do. And my son father had.
But
to
I
teach
will
me that.
say something. I don't make excuses for men not loving properly.
But
With that said, they do.
But
love
everybody has
differently.
their own properly. If we look at everybody else properly, that's not the way to look at. Like
I mean,
people
yes,
look at business
there's-
like this is how it's supposed to be. No, it can be however it is that you want it to be. That's how you envision your love. Like
So yes, we can talk about the 5 love languages and all that shit that goes into how you need to be loved properly, right? And I'm not talking about like what the book says. Like this is what loving is.
it's what you want to require
Right.
out of love. It's
Right.
what people need to notice, and not what they see somebody else doing, and what they feel like is supposed to be this is correct. If you love me, you would do this because such and such does this for such and such. Like that's not.
Although there is some basic requirements that kind of fit into that are like, if you're not doing that, that's not even proper love at all. I would say that.
Yeah, I agree with that. So yeah, they can have 20 kids as long
Hell
as
no.
like if they're
Fuck
taking
y'all.
care.
Ain't nobody having 20 fucking kids. Y'all can
Agree.
fuck
Remember
off.
what I said earlier this week. I don't know what you said, Trey. Remind me. They can have 20 kids as long as you're like active. You're taking care of your kids. Your responsibilities with your kids aren't becoming burdens to me. Then I'm good. So
20 kids are.
I feel like it would bother me.
It's
to
not
have
burden,
so many
burden
kids.
to me.
Why are you Johnny Appleseed? Like, why do you have so many seeds in this
well,
world?
those are definitely those
You know, that
are
bothers
definitely
me.
questions to
Why
ask.
you got 5, 10 kids? Like,
But somebody can act because everybody has a story. Somebody can honestly come to me and be like, so you have, but people do.
If I have one, somebody comes out one
That's
woman,
what
that's
what I
different.
was getting ready to say.
Yeah.
I'm okay with asking those questions because I'm okay with somebody coming to me and be like, okay, so you have 3 kids. Your kids all have different fathers. What was going on? Like, what's your story? What's your issue? What was up with you that nothing worked out? Like, you know what I'm saying? So everybody does have
three,
a
though,
sense of story.
You could just potentially
20.
No, but for some people they can't justify like why you got more than one different. Like some people they're very
My
firm on
ex
that.
from high school, he was the 16th
Hey, Auntie Felicia.
out of 20. Chris.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, his dad's Jamaican, busting it all
Oh,
over
yeah.
fucking
Rolling
Jamaica,
Stone. Dad was a Rolling Stone.
Oh, yeah, for real. Like, no, we're not gonna have a conversation about where that went, how, and what.
Like,
No,
my sperm donor has
you're a
three.
piece of shit.
And it's,
No, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
We
Some
ain't doing
people
that.
some people are pieces of shit and they often move on because instead of them correcting themselves they just move on to the next victim.
Yeah.
But
Once you correct.
yeah, nah, I'm gonna say some of the shit from my show tomorrow. Drunk sex, high sex, or sober sex?
Drunk.
Which is
High
better?
sex.
Drunk.
I say drunk
Like
sex.
slap it, drunk.
Ew. High.
Drunk sex got me sucking on toes and shit. Like
High sex has my fucking pussy so fucking wet. No, I'm not lying. I'm not making this up for the show.
drunk and high.
Both
High
of them.
sex. You can literally touch. It's like ecstasy, but not, right? You can literally touch, and it's like fucking.
Nah, ain't nothing like that drunk bitch.
So what do you think? She's saying high sex, drunk
High
sex,
sex
drunk
is
sex,
bad.
high sex, high sex.
I'm specifically talking.
So nobody's gonna say sober.
Yeah,
So we just a bunch of
I've had
we on
good
some shit.
sober
I done had good
sex,
sober
too.
sex too.
So have I.
But drunk,
I
girl, I done had good sober sex too.
I like. Oh
with
boy,
the
that's a
good,
hard
the
one.
right person.
Yeah.
I can catch it better.
The Netflix and chill
climax
sex when
off
we have-
of
we're not
being
being
high.
I don't even know what's going on. Are you still watching? No.
Right.
I'm
That's what
not.
I'll say. When I'm drunk, I mean when I'm high, I can watch it better.
bitch.
Climax.
So you have a better climax when you're
When
high.
I'm high. But if I'm drunk, you know, like what I'm saying, like it's great too. But I'm just saying as far as getting there and like
You know what's a crazy climax? Like, if you're like,
Please tell me. Let's talk about it.
so. See, you gonna be relate to this one. But if you're like riding dick, right? If you riding dick and then like he literally like playing with your click while you riding dick and shit, and you just like that's a climax that's like I get childish as fuck. Like stop doing that. Stop doing that. Like yeah, cause it'd be like that shit be like liquid gold everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's different though. Sex is really interesting when you talk
Sex
about.
is interesting.
It's really interesting
What
when you talk about like
intrigues-
the.
what does different things
Yeah.
for your body? Because you can have different feelings and levels of climax, and too, like certain, like,
I agree. I agree
Yeah.
with this in totality.
yeah. So, drunk sex, high sex,
High
drunk
sex, all
sex,
day.
high sex,
And
high
as a
sex,
matter
high
of
sex.
fact-
So it's just me and you that's drunk sex.
I really think that all
Cheers.
women voted
Cheers.
out.
Cheers to the drunk sex.
No, fuck that. I won that shit.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
High sex did win
Next
that.
question.
Tell my homie Tierra I said what's up. So, what is something that turns you off when someone is trying to talk to you and get to know you?
I don't like when men try to do the whole money thing.
I hate when dudes lost their money.
It's
You like, bro, I pay my own bills. Go fuck with a broke
Yeah.
bitch.
Like, that's
I've been
not
living and
impressive.
doing this shit on my own for a minute now.
That's not
That's what
impressive at
it's
all.
about.
It actually will. It's
Yeah, like,
a
who-
complete turn.
Yeah, but
It's a complete turn.
females got you thinking that's what it is. That's why they approach everyone like that. It's so popular for them to do that now.
I don't like it.
I hear.
That's my thing.
What about you? What's your turn on? What's the turn on? Like, if someone's trying to talk to you, even though you're married, but still like, so
Nobody
everything,
gotta talk to me.
so
Turn on,
everything
turn
is
off.
aggravate. Turn it off. What would be something that aggravates you? You don't know. You wouldn't know. Okay.
Skip.
I don't fucking like
No,
ego.
you ain't been on Lock Forever, girl. No, we ain't skip. You not qualified for the skip yet, baby.
Their appearance, I'm sorry, their appearance got
Their
to be
appearance.
right. Yes, like a man that takes care of their dental hygiene, a woman that takes care of her dental hygiene.
I'm big on dental hygiene as well.
Their hands,
nails.
down to their nails, bitch, down to your
You can't put that
nails.
shit in my
Like,
pussy.
period. You're not putting dirty fingers.
I would fuck with a good woman for that if you don't want to do it.
What most women attract me
What you?
is their teeth, your face, your feel. Play with that.
Why are you over here? Get up.
She ain't lying. Shit.
For real. I'm very
She
affectionate.
ain't
I
lying.
love to touch. I'm very, very touchy.
Girl, TT. Somebody said TT. And that's somebody different than said, hey, Tierra.
My dog.
Bitch, you definitely ain't past the skip stage.
Sorry, Candy and Cameron, get it together.
I know.
Shelly. So, what's something, what do you think? What's something that's like a turn off when somebody's trying to talk
Straight
to you?
turn off?
The straight, like, move.
So mine is gonna be more deep. Like I'm super intellectual. So if you can't get on the same wavelength as me when we're talking, and that means everything, vocabulary.
You hate when people like, bro, know what I'm saying? Or like, their vocabulary is short.
Straight
and
up, if you
ghetto,
can't use
like-
a fucking word properly, you're cut. No, I'm straight up.
She's like,
Don't use specific versus Pacific. No, we're
Right.
done. You're not teaching my kid that bullshit. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. You better know what specific versus Pacific means.
she say, I'm just not gonna do it.
You ain't wrong. Sexual.
Janine said that she agrees with you, Tasha, with your reasoning. Hey, Janine.
I need more ice cream.
So, what about you? What's something that's like a turn off that
No motivation.
no motivation?
Lack of
Lack of motivation.
Right.
Yep. Drive.
Drive because I need drive
Right.
from my partner. Because if I'm gonna help you elevate, we gotta elevate together. And you don't have the motivation, how we gonna get there?
Yeah, you ain't gonna get there.
So
So
you can't
drive.
be with nobody who's
Yes,
not,
babe.
who's not driven
Right.
to move forward and for bigger and better things.
Right. So for me, I'm like Tasha. Like I literally hate somebody that's flaunting money. I mean, I like money. I like their money if I'm dealing with them, but to like present that to myself, yeah, it's not because I have like it's not like I'm rich, but because I have enough money to make me live comfortable and I can do what I need to do as far as my own responsibilities. Somebody else's money don't move me.
My mom always told me to tell when somebody used to have shit.
Yeah.
You absolutely can.
Oh,
Absolutely
oh
can.
God.
And I also another thing too. So if I'm already dealing with you, like this past the, you're getting to know me deeper. If I feel like I can't, I like people that's gonna like challenge me and elevate me and like I want to learn from them. If I'm dealing with somebody and I feel like I can't learn from you, I can't grow from you, like we just gonna cut it because I like to be taught and stuff, and I like to be corrected. I like that. So, all right. So next question is. I remember when I asked this question, I had Takeoff them on the stage, and I was fucking with them about, when you cry, and you try not to cry and that throat be hurting. Because they was all like, I never cried. I was like, well, did your throat hurt from somebody? It was like, yeah, that throat hurting. Like, just count it as crying. So the next one is, when was the last time you cried about or over someone, and why?
Oh man. The last time, I haven't cried in a long time. It's odd that you asked that, but I cried yesterday.
Why?
I was completely irritated. I was just irritated, and I had just, I guess it's been, but I don't remember the last time I cried before that. But I was just completely irritated.
So yesterday and irritated. What about you? Cause we're gonna go through. I got 10% on here.
I'm a crybaby, so.
They got a lot of
I
rules.
cry
Boy,
every
fuck
time
you.
I take a shower, so.
What?
I do. I cry. I have to.
I love.
When was the last time you
crying
cried?
in the shower.
What's today? Friday. I cried Wednesday. In the
Why did you
shower.
cry?
I just.
Why? And the question actually says, when was the last time? The question actually says, when was the last time you cried over someone? Because I just talked about how private it is. She don't give no smoke on her relationship. Take off.
Cried over someone.
Take off on them.
Okay.
Someone asked me this question. You remember when I asked you, bro, when was the last time that you cried over someone and shit like that? And you was like, I ain't never cried, I was a G. And I was like, bro, but did your throat hurt before? You remember that shit? You remember that? Yeah, dudes be acting like they don't be crying, but dudes are more emotional than us. But TT, when was the last time you cried over someone?
I just cried on
I cried over
yesterday.
nobody.
My mother just turned 71, so that made me cry.
Okay. When was the last time you cried over someone? Shane?
Not necessarily over someone, but frustration. That was last week. Wasn't it? Was it last week?
You cried last week? With frustration?
Yeah.
So not dealing with someone. When was the last time you cried over someone? Or someone made you cry? Like someone.
I'm a crybaby, so that's how I let out my
frustration.
Yeah.
Kind of free yourself.
Yeah, I have to just go by myself and just let it out, and then I'm a butterfly again. So
He said I'm a butterfly.
Wait, can I change my answer?
No, you cannot.
No, I really want to.
Oh, everybody give Janine some love. She said she cried right before she tuned into this live because she was trying to explain her feelings to her husband. We love you, Jenny.
Virtual hug,
Yeah, virtual hug, Janine. Look, just like you, all right?
Tell her thank you because I don't know how to express my emotional feelings sometimes and not cry.
Oh, someone said thank you for your comment. That's helping them,
That's
Janine.
my way of coping.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been like that.
Sexy.
When was... Bitch. When was the last time you... Cause
that counts for something.
When was the last time someone made you cry?
So good.
Did I cry?
Yeah. When was the last time you cried over someone and someone made you cry?
I think it was literally over 7 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
You welcome, Janine.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I was.
Y'all cousin Joy said, fuck that, I'm gonna be in Miami next week. I wanna do bald-headed whole shit.
You're supposed to be in Miami in September. I don't know about next week, but you need to be there in September, sir.
Yeah, he said next week. So when did you cry, Jessica? Because I have like 9%. We're gonna kind of do like 3 more questions.
I mean, I don't even know if anybody's gonna be interested in
She said
this,
since
but I really think it
7
was
years.
7 years ago.
Damn.
I was really, really into the person that I was with. I thought that was going to be it for me. That was the person I was going to marry. And it did not work out that way. And for me, I'm really strong. So for me to like break down, I was like, this just isn't fucking working. I had to handle it myself. So that was hard for me because I didn't lean on anybody or talk to anybody about it. So that was it. That's it. It's not a big story.
No, but that's a good. That shows strength because
Because
the last time that I cried, when we was on FaceTime that day, I was talking to Tasha, and she was like, she literally came close to the phone and was like, and you look like you're crying. As soon as she said, I was like, I am. And I was crying. What's wrong? Like, yeah, when was that? Like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? About 3 weeks ago. I've been doing good, friend, because you know I cried.
Yeah. You looked like she was crying all that day.
Yeah, so last time I cried about somebody was 3 weeks ago. And I think that cry was honestly like how that show was like The Last Dance or whatever. Like, it was like, that cry was so necessary because I was just releasing everything. And I haven't cried again, and I've been like so freely moving on like with life or whatever. So that was a good cry.
Well, I'm glad that you actually talked when we were having questions tonight.
Huh?
I'm glad that you talked when we were having questions tonight.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out a good question. Oh, this is kind of a good one. It's simple. So, what is your current relationship status? What's your current relationship status? Bitch, what's your current relationship status?
Oh.
Are you in a relationship? Are you in a committed relationship? Are you winging it? Are you going with the flow? Are you? Look, she's like,
Complicated.
is it complicated?
It ain't fucking complicated because I'm about to break up my
Somebody,
fucking book.
how does somebody do this? How does somebody do this that says yes?
Oh, I
What
did.
it is.
Yeah, I was looking at
Oh.
that. I was looking at that.
Is it gonna go away?
Right to the left.
This love?
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, okay. So, why are you waiting so long to answer? What is
Oh,
your
no,
current
I didn't know
relationship
you was
status?
talking to me.
Yeah, I was looking at you
Oh,
while
I'm
you
in
were
a
looking at me.
relationship.
You're in a committed relationship?
I'm in a relationship.
Committed?
Yeah.
You're
Merg.
legally.
Yes.
No, duh, I'm hyping you up. I'm hyping you up.
Per the fucking law.
Right, like, bitch, this is me. I'm here. Like, it's me. What about you? So, what's your current relationship status?
Happily taken.
Happily taken. What's your current relationship status? What's on? Oh, boo.
Oh, shit.
What's
I
yours?
don't fucking know what I'm doing. I'm fucking some dude from New Orleans. That's about all I know. I'm not lying.
She said she fucking dude from New Orleans.
And it's great.
It's been good. I know that's right.
Cheers to that shit. Period.
So my relationship status, I don't even know. Well, I'm definitely single. I'm extremely single. My heart just belongs to somebody else, but I'm single. And I'm ready to mingle, so if y'all want to date me, DM me.
Y'all can't be single if your heart belongs to
My heart belongs to him, but I'm single. And I'm ready to move on.
My
and
heart
date.
belongs to you.
Yeah, I would, that sign. But I'm ready to move forward. So
together.
I'm open to new things. So I'm single and I'm open to new things. Maybe like in a couple months or something like that. Like I don't want to fuck nobody else, but I'll go out on a date. So if you could change one thing about yourself when it comes to love and relationships, what would it be?
Say that again.
If you can change one thing about yourself when it comes to love and relationships, what would it be?
Fucking nothing. I'm dope.
I
No, I'm not gonna sit here and say shit. No, I'm fucking dope. Somebody else better change.
That was some badass woman shit she just said, y'all.
Right.
It was a.
That, give me
It was
some.
a.
You leaving me hanging, friend.
So what do you think that if it's anything?
Heart, tolerance.
Your tolerance?
Heart and tolerance. If I could change
Your
my heart.
tolerance needs to fucking stop.
I agree. My tolerance is
Yes. I can't do this anymore. Stop it.
So what about you? I know that you're happily married, but I'm just saying, still, if you can change one thing about yourself when it comes to love and relationships, especially being married, because you,
I mean,
That's hard. That's
Yeah.
a good
like,
question
that
for a
is,
married woman.
yeah.
I think if I had to change anything about the way I love is that I don't mind. I put my I would put my happiness aside in sacrifice of the happiness of the people I love. Which
You would choose to do that.
yeah, it's a choice. It's definitely a choice. Yeah, but I don't necessarily feel like it's. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So if I could change it, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I feel like it's okay to be selfish, and I'm not a selfish person. So it hinders me.
So you would like to balance that.
Yeah,
I can't see
would be
nobody
able to
comments
take
and stuff no
Take
more.
some of that from me and just be selfish sometimes without feeling guilty.
About it. What about you, Tisa? What's
I
the
won't
answer?
change nothing. I'm genuine as fuck. My love has no limits.
So do you think there's nothing that you can do differently, or like sometimes like, cause for me I jump the gun. Like sometimes I'll react before I think about it, and then when I think about it, I'll be like, damn, I didn't have to do all that. Or I'll be like, why you just went off about something like you really don't even give
You're
a
not
fuck
online
about? Like
anymore.
I'm not.
We just can't see the comments.
Yeah,
no. She's not online, but okay.
it's still showing. It stay
I'm
live.
just telling you that I don't see.
I don't know, but people are watching. Yeah, people watching, and they waiting. So my thing that I can change, would be, like I said, I react before thinking sometimes, and then I go back and think, I'm like, damn, I shouldn't act like that. Or sometimes I cut up about something that I really can kind of let go. Like, I don't really pick the battles. It's like everything, I'm just like, sometimes I get to that point, which is so fucked up. What about you?
I'm not an argumentative person at all. Never have been with anybody. So my girlfriend liked to argue. I had to just let her talk, because she can talk. And then with anybody, not just her, just if I get in an argument, it makes me mad enough. When I finally say something, it's not going to be pretty. And it's like blunt. And then I'm like, dang, why did I say that? I should have said that. That was a bad thing to say. That was actually a bad thing to say, you know? But I can apologize for it. Like, I can genuinely apologize for it.
She's more like a Leo. I'm like blown by her.
Yeah, I can do that. But now I've learned to just, I think it's a bad thing. I should know how to be more open when somebody's trying to be argumentative or combative with me.
So what would be, that's what I was going to say too. So let me ask you this, I'll start with you then. And like, what would, in your eyes, what would be your ideal relationship?
As far as communication, let's go there.
With communication?
Or anything, like, what would you think be like, this what I want, I'm rocking with this dope.
The ability for both partners to be willing to sacrifice.
Thank you, Janine. Janine said
selflessness on each end or of an aspect of the relationship. So, like, listening to each other in equal parts when there's an issue or a problem, and being open about it, but being open about it to the point where if I say something, you're not going to get mad. Right. And I'm not going to get mad if you say something while we're trying to discuss this, and then that's it. That's the end of the conversation. Yeah. But when you're don't have the ability to do that in a relationship, it makes things worse. Because you're not able to communicate with the trust that, I'm not going to offend you if I say this.
Right. So what is, let me see, let me ask, Tasha, if you had to describe yourself in one word, what would it be?
Hi. I love hi. One word. Get you on mine.
The battery life is going low. If you had to describe yourself in one word, what would it be? Just you. I'm going to ask y'all these questions.
I think I'm a lifeline.
A lifeline? Just explain.
Because I feel like people, not to all, but I think that sometimes it's almost like I attract people and they take life from me. And they drain me. They drain me for every fucking drop that I have. And then they go about their merry business. You know what I'm saying? They're attracted to my light. And then when I share it, it's like, what do you do with it?
So Shelly, that's a good answer. So Shelly, being that you're married, so kids, mother, spouse, what order do you feel like that should be a man's priority?
A man's priority should be his
kids,
spouse,
mother, spouse.
His spouse, his children, and then his mother.
I agree.
Children are going to grow up and they're going to do their own thing. So don't, sacrifice your spouse that you're going to be spending your life with for your children that's going to grow up and have their own life.
Right.
Of course, your parents, it's just a circle of life.
Okay. So, Titi, power couple.
And look.
Power couple, Jay-Z and Beyonce, Gucci Mane and Keisha Cure, Russell Simmons and Sierra. What's your pick and why?
Wait, go over this again.
Beyonce.
So, power couple, Jay-Z and Beyonce. This is for TT too. So, power couple, Jay-Z and Beyonce, Gucci and Keisha, Russell and Sierra.
Russell and C, because that man worship the ground she walks on, literally, like and it's not just, you don't have to say it, he shows it, like, you don't have to say anything, just him.
Kayla saying, do y'all take photos? Y'all tell Kayla, hey.
We took a lot of photos. It was a photo shoot, Kay.
Yeah, you just don't know.
But yeah, he is a God-fearing man. On top of that, you know, the fact that he is the leader of his
I don't give a fuck about God-fearing man.
Yeah, well, I mean, my personal
Yeah, I get
opinion.
it.
You know, I feel like he worshiping ground. He walk on any man that can do that is lead the way. Oh, lead the way.
So, Jessica, what do you feel is the most false perception that people have about you?
About me? Shit, that's hard. I don't know.
I figured that was a great question. I picked through the question and was like, let's see
That's
which
a
one is
good
for
question.
people.
That's a good question. False perception about me. Maybe that, like, because of where I've been and what I've done, that, like, I'm stuck up. Like, I don't think I'm stuck up. I think I'm very humble as a person. Like, I want to bring everybody into my tribe. I want to bring everybody into it, like, as much as I can. And I think that because I'm kind of out of my element, when people see me out of high school, like, she's done this and she's done that, they kind of judge me for it. I don't like that perception at all. Like, I would love to bring 30 fucking people into my tribe and into Europe and traveling and all of that shit. But it's not always how it's gonna happen. So I think that's how I'm misinterpreted, maybe. But I'm okay with it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't give a fuck. Just so y'all know, I'm
And she
open,
said
I'm
what she
vulnerable.
said.
I said what I said, but
Yeah.
That's my favorite hashtag. My
She
favorite.
said what she said.
So that was a good one. I can go for that too. So mine is, where do you see yourself within the next 5 years? It's not even so much where I see myself as where I know that I'm gonna be. Like, I'm definitely gonna be I'm gonna be a homeowner. I plan on being well known for my podcast, like outside of Florida, not just Orlando, like outside of Florida. I plan to be well known for like my podcast, and then like business moves. I plan in 5 years to just be. I'm super spiritual. That's what a lot of people don't know about me until they actually have deep one-on-one conversations with me. I want to go deeper into my spirituality to where I can be able to control like my emotions, my energy, the energy around me, just eliminate it more. So more of a businesswoman. In 5 years, because I'm a hopeless romantic, like maybe I have somebody that's like that we can have like a badass fucking business together, and we just gaining so much of shit. The kids are set, like just breaking generational curses. So that's it. So y'all, we signing off. Y'all let everybody know where to find you at.
nowhere. Don't find me.
Agreed. LA Andrews on. LA Alexis. I'm sorry, I'm so used to that name because people really call her that. And I'm like, y'all don't know her
I
name.
can imagine because I get called Nurse Reddit. I'm like,
I'm like, y'all know her name. Yeah. But they don't want to be found. Y'all already see me. So, hey, go follow Von LaCherry on Instagram. Everybody tap in and buy a shirt for me. Support the brand. Support your kids if you black. You got a black family. Support it. Stop killing us. We got a voice. Everybody tune in tomorrow night to Velvet Room Podcast. We're going to be lit. We out.
Your fingers in your finger.
All right. So, all right. So y'all can say we out.
Bye. We out. Bye-bye. Bye.
We out, y'all. Thanks for watching.